Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
That's fine.
We are going to be interviewing you today about the use of technology in two departments, maintenance and transportation. I'll begin by asking you a few questions about maintenance.
Hold on. You can still leave it on. This is Unit 2 to all units. I'm going to be doing an interview with Miss Scott and Miss Trout. I'm going radio silence. Go ahead, Miss.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so how often do you use a computer for district work and everyday tasks relating to maintenance?
Every day.
Every
throughout
day.
the day.
Okay, and are you able to access these programs at home?
No, I'm not.
Only from work?
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you use the computer to manage your department?
As far as maintenance?
Maintenance.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. As far as maintenance, we have it's called WRT system here. Okay, right here. It's the WRT system. It's all computerized. If I want to do a buildings and property request, buildings and property takes care of such as the parking lot, custodial supplies. Then you have the WRT, which is the big bulk of it. And as you can see, if I do a drop down here, it has a category, electrical, HVAC repair, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, locksmith, general maintenance, plumbing, roofing. I send those work orders in. They send me an email saying that they have received it. And then when that work order is completed, they send me an email saying that it is completed.
So, are teachers able to fill out that form, or is it just admin?
No, it's only admin. What teachers do is, if they have a problem, let's say they got a leaky roof, I have on the shared documents on Google Chrome. They send that in to me, or they can just tell me. I write it on my pad, or they can send me an email,
Okay.
and then I send those work orders in. And we have a new maintenance man, Mr. Mouton. He helps out a lot. A lot of things he can do himself. And then if he can't do it, then we send in the work order.
So are you trained to use this system, sir?
Yes, we go to like an AP Academy at the beginning of the school year. And then if you're an individual person who does this, there's additional training because every so often we get a new computerized system. And when we get a new system, then we have to go to like 4 hours of training to learn how to use it.
And that's every year? You know it or not?
Well, every year, yeah, we go to the AP Academy for the general training. Now,
Oh.
when we get a new system, then there's new additional training.
Oh, okay. And let's see. Okay, so say there's an issue with the database, and maybe, I don't know, you are having issues logging in, or a request, won't send, or something like that.
Yeah.
Is there a technical support?
Yeah, we have
person?
technology service. The Aldine ISD has technology service. Anytime I have a problem with this system, they have a particular person that can take care of it. Sometimes they can walk me through it on the phone, and if they can't, they'll come out here. They'll come out here right away.
And do you feel that the work orders are fulfilled in a timely manner?
Yes, they are.
And if they aren't, what's the process for, communicating that to Mr. Mouton?
I go if they aren't handled in a timely fashion, then I go directly to it's a director of maintenance, Mr. Herbert Harris, assistant director Tremont Proudhon, and I know them through coaching, and I just have a relationship with them where I can just go directly to them.
So you just pick up the phone and call?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that seems easy. Okay. And have you ever had a time when you felt like the work wasn't done properly?
No, not really. Aldine ISD has a very good maintenance department. We have, at this time, we have a real good maintenance man.
Oh, good. And how long have you been in charge of the maintenance?
Like 8 years. For 6 years at the other campus, and the 2 years I've been here at this campus. So a total of 8 years I've done maintenance.
Okay. What are some of the changes since you've been doing it for 8 years? Have you guys always had this system?
No, it updates. Just like we went from SASE to SMS. Every few years we update, we get a new system.
And how do you feel? Does it improve over the years?
Yes, it improves.
It becomes more or less user friendly?
No, it becomes more. Our maintenance requests, they become more user friendly, yes.
Oh, good. Okay. I guess, let's see. If you felt like you needed more training, is there someone that could provide that for you for this?
Yeah, like
or a new AP?
He will. If I needed more training, if we don't think that we know this system, it's no problem to pick up the phone, call the director of maintenance, Herbert Harris, say, hey, we feel as though we're not comfortable with this, we need more training, and he'll set up a staff development for those AP.
And do you use this system for the athletic facilities as well, like fields and?
Yeah, I do. Like if let's say you coach softball, if we had an issue with the softball field, I could use this system. It would be like outside. That would actually be buildings and properties.
Okay.
So let's say I go to buildings and properties because that's who handles all the outside, and that would be a category. Let's say your field needed mowing.
Yeah.
And there's right there, mowing fields and playgrounds. So, yes, they have a category for that, for athletics.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now I'm going to ask you some questions about transportation. Mm-hmm. Along the same questions I asked you for maintenance. Do you use a computer often or every day for transportation to manage that department?
Yes, we do use a computer often, but I want to say this first, that transportation is a lot of hands-on.
Okay.
Like every morning I'm going out there checking off the buses.
See you with your clipboard.
Yeah, exactly. And then every afternoon I'm going out there writing. We have this big whiteboard that we write the buses. We have a total of 53 buses.
Oh, wow.
And they don't park the same places every day. So students need to know where their buses are. So they come out, they see the whiteboard. I have a whiteboard here. Ms. Ninth grade have that whiteboard over there. And they come out, look at the whiteboard, find out where their buses is so they can get on the buses in a timely manner because we're trying to get 1,800 students on 53 buses.
Wow.
So we got buses, the ramp is full, and we also have buses parked on the street. We also have our special ed buses who come parking in front of the school. We even have what we call a START bus. Ladies who are pregnant or who have kids,
oh, wow.
They get on the START bus.
Didn't know that. START bus.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And like the maintenance database.
Yeah. Like if I have a transportation, if I need well, it's two things. Transportation request. Someone's going on a field trip. You can do a field trip. Like as far as you as athletics, yours would go through. You fill out a field trip request to go to a softball game. Then we'll go through Coach Slater, who is the athletic director, and then from there we'll go to Coach Mr. Delgado. Now I have, let me pull it up. Pull up my email. Like if a teacher wants to go on a field trip, like right here, they can fill out their own field trip because they do it through their own budgets. This particular field trip, it was approved by me. Then it goes to Miss Rayner, our bookkeeper. Then for some reason we had to update this, so I updated it. It went to the bookkeeper again. Then it goes to Ken Kniffel, the assistant superintendent. Then it goes to Helen Bigley. That's at transportation. Once it's approved at transportation, then that bus is ordered. So she's good for her field trip. This field trip is going to Northbrook High School for, I think it's an academic debate. And they'll be leaving on the 12th.
Oh, okay. So many people have to approve the request
Yes,
before
exactly.
it actually gets approved. Okay. And so how do you complain, or have you ever had to complain about like a bus driver? Is there a system that you do that, like maintenance? Yeah,
it's on the same thing. It's on this maintenance deal because they have the transportation. They have three things. You have submit a transportation complaint.
Oh,
that would be for a bus driver. submit a transportation route concern. And a good example of that, they're building in Deerbrook Estates over there. They're building a new part of Deerbrook Estates. So a lot of parents were complaining that the route isn't going to the new part.
Oh.
Their students, they stop at the old part of Deerbrook Estates and they have to walk further. So that's a route concern. That route needs to go into the new part of the Deerbrook Estates. And then, of course, there's the transportation video request. If a student has a fight on a bus or such, or cursing a student or cursing a driver.
So you actually have proof that you can access through technology.
Here's an example of that. Here's a route where a student cursed out another student.
Okay.
And it has how's that audio?
Very clear pictures.
So as you can see, it has very clear vision and audio as well. Because it's even better than our cameras here at school. Our cameras, they have visual, but they don't have audio.
Okay.
So these cameras are it's like the military technology. You can see the whole bus. They have 3 cameras on the bus, and then you have a camera in the front. You know, that's in case the driver has an accident or whatever. And you can see anything that happens in the front as well.
Right. Wow. That is really clear. So how do bus drivers, I guess, get in touch with you when they're concerned?
If let's say they've had a fight on the bus, right, and they're coming to Nimitz High School, they have their radios. They radio, they dispatch. Then dispatch actually calls the school.
Okay.
Then the secretary.
Because I would imagine sometimes it would happen when they're on route.
Exactly. Yeah.
So okay. So would you like to use more technology in your department? Like, for instance, instead of carrying a clipboard when you do the transportation, would you rather use an iPad, or is it?
Well, some people use, because I know at the 9th grade they have an iPad when they're doing their bus board. Mm-hmm. They use an iPad to put it on there instead of a clipboard.
Gotcha.
But still, at the end of the day, they still have to put it on that whiteboard.
Right.
For me, I'm not a technology savvy person. I know enough to do my job.
Right.
Me, I'll just use the old clipboard.
Right.
Because if you're asking about me, just give me an old clipboard.
There you go.
I have enough technology.
Okay. And you feel pretty confident. I mean, you've been doing this for a while, but you feel confident using both systems to manage
very confident, yes,
your department. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, okay. Do you use technology for documentation purposes with maintenance or transportation? Like to document that something happened or didn't happen?
Well, yeah. If you, like the route concern, that they're not going out to that new part of subdivision. Yes, you're using documentation right there. You're using your computer. And then I can print off a copy of that route concern I sent in.
Okay. I think I just have one final question. Do you have to run reports for any reason?
Yes, you have to run a report. That's a good question, especially for transportation. I run a report at the end of each semester. It's called a ridership report, and it actually documents how many kids are riding the bus. What it does, it pulls down, let's say Route 110, it pulls down the number of students on Route 10. You actually have to go out and, you just choose one day. It's like a roll call. You check those students who are present on the bus, and you do all 53 routes. I sign it as the administrator, and that has to be sent in at the beginning of each semester, because we get federal funds for how many students that ride our buses. Okay.
So who do you send those reports to?
That it ends up going to, we send it to one of our directors at Westside Transportation. Then once he's checked it and makes sure it's right, then he sends it to the federal entity.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Johnson, and for answering us all of our questions.
All righty.